Welcome to the invisible infrastructure of global equities. Today, we deconstruct dark pools. When institutional players execute massive block trades, the public lit market systematically fails them. A standard limit order book broadcasts trading intent, immediately triggering adverse selection. Let us quantify this vulnerability using the square root market impact model. Assume a portfolio manager needs to offload 1 million shares of a relatively illiquid asset. Routing this directly to a public exchange like Nasdaq creates a massive footprint on the depth chart. High-frequency market makers instantly detect this structural imbalance and adjust their resting quotes. This predatory phenomenon is known in microstructure theory as information leakage. The temporary market impact function can be mathematically approximated to measure this execution cost. Delta P equals a scaling coefficient lambda, multiplied by volatility, and the square root of normalized block size. As the block quantity increases, execution slippage grows nonlinearly, aggressively destroying theoretical alpha. To mitigate this catastrophic execution cost, quantitative routing algorithms utilize dark pools. Dark pools are private crossing networks that deliberately bypass pre-trade transparency mandates. There is absolutely no visible level 2 depth, no resting quotes, and no public order book broadcast. Market participants submit their algorithmic orders into a black box, hoping for an unobserved match. This structural and deliberate opacity allows institutions to trade enormous blocks entirely silently. However, this absolute lack of transparency introduces highly complex, non-standard matching logic. Instead of traditional price-time priority, dark pools often rely on continuous midpoint pegging. They derive their execution prices directly from the national best bid and offer of the lit exchanges. The NBBO acts as a continuous, external reference oracle for these off-exchange trading venues. In this technical module, we will mathematically model the slippage mechanics driving this ecosystem. We will also explore the exact C++ structural logic that powers a continuous dark crossing engine. Prepare to analyze the precise quantitative mechanics of institutional stealth execution. We now transition from the theoretical necessity of hidden liquidity to the rigorous regulatory taxonomy defining it. Dark pools are not lawless off-exchange anomalies, they operate under highly structured jurisdictional frameworks. In the United States, the Securities and Exchange Commission classifies these venues strictly as alternative trading systems, or ATS. Regulation ATS fundamentally differentiates a dark venue from a national securities exchange by limiting its regulatory burden while restricting its market share. Specifically, the Fair Access Rule mandates that if an ATS captures more than 5% of the trading volume in a single security, it must provide lit access. To circumvent this structural limitation, quantitative broker-dealers tightly throttle their matching engines to strictly maintain subthreshold execution volumes. Across the Atlantic, the European Securities and Markets Authority enforces the Markets in Financial Instruments Directive, commonly known as MiFID II. Under MiFID II, European dark venues are formalized as multilateral trading facilities, or MTFs, operating under the dark pool volume cap mechanism. The European regulatory regime rigorously imposes a double volume cap, 4% per venue and 8% across all European venues for any given equity. Breaching these structural caps triggers an immediate suspension of dark trading for that specific instrument, forcing institutional flow back into public lit books. Furthermore, we must categorize dark pools by their structural operator models, broker-dealer internalizers, agency-only crossing networks, and independent consortiums. Broker-dealer internalizers dynamically match institutional client flow against the firm's own proprietary principal trading desks. This internal architecture introduces severe adverse selection risk, as toxic high-frequency flow can aggressively ping the dark pool to map hidden block sizes. Conversely, agency-only ATS models operate purely as unconflicted crossing networks, strictly matching natural buy-side flow against other passive liquidity. Let us mathematically model the probabilistic risk of toxic interaction within a broker-dealer internalizer environment. We define the probability of an adverse fill as a function of the venue's toxicity ratio and the resting time of the algorithmic order. The mathematical equation integrates the Poisson arrival rate of toxic high-frequency pings against the deterministic matching cycle of the ATS engine. As the order resting time exponentially increases, the cumulative probability function approaches 1, ensuring inevitable information leakage. This creates an optimization paradox for execution algorithms. Slicing the parent order minimizes immediate slippage but maximizes temporal exposure to toxic flow. Therefore, algorithmic routing logic must dynamically allocate parent blocks across multiple isolated ATS islands using smart dark aggregation routers. The router probabilistically models the fill rate and toxicity of each MTF, adjusting allocation weights dynamically in microsecond real-time. The primary objective function maximizes hidden execution volume while strictly keeping the aggregated probability of toxic interaction below a predefined alpha threshold. In the upcoming architecture segment, we will mathematically deconstruct the exact C++ pointers used to isolate these fragmented dark liquidity pools. Having established the regulatory architecture, we must now define the exact pricing mechanisms within the dark pool. Unlike public lit exchanges, dark venues generally do not perform independent price discovery. Instead, they operate as derivative pricing engines, synthetically extracting their execution levels from the national best bid and offer. The NBBO serves as a continuous, aggregated oracle representing the highest resting bid and lowest resting offer across all public exchanges. To execute large institutional blocks without pushing the market, algorithms predominantly utilize the midpoint peg order type. A midpoint peg is a dynamic, unpriced instruction that automatically anchors itself to the exact center of the lit NBBO spread. Mathematically, the execution price is defined simply as the best bid plus the best offer, divided by 2. This simplistic algorithmic formula creates an incredibly powerful microstructure dynamic, bilateral price improvement. By executing directly at the midpoint, both the institutional buyer and the passive seller save half of the effective bid-ask spread. If the public market is quoting a bid of $100 and an ask of $100.04, the dark pool's crossing engine will seamlessly match the institutional block at exactly $100.02. This generates sub-penny or fractional cent executions, completely circumventing standard tick size regulations like Rule 612. However, this derivative pricing model introduces a severe structural vulnerability known as latency arbitrage. The dark pool's matching engine relies on external data feeds, typically the Securities Information Processor, or SIP. High-frequency trading firms bypass the SIP by utilizing ultra-low latency microwave networks to aggregate direct exchange feeds. When a massive aggressive order sweeps the lit market, the true physical NBBO shifts in a matter of microseconds. The high-frequency proprietary firm receives this structural update instantly, while the dark pool's pricing engine is still processing the slower SIP feed. For a few critical microseconds, the dark pool's calculated midpoint is anchored to a stale, non-existent NBBO spread. This creates an ephemeral, deterministic pricing error, which predatory algorithms instantly exploit by firing odd-lot ping orders into the dark venue. They execute against the institutional midpoint peg at an artificially advantageous price, locking in an immediate risk-free arbitrage. To counter this toxic latency arbitrage, advanced dark pools implement a localized delay mechanism or a randomized algorithmic speed bump. Furthermore, quantitative broker-dealers increasingly utilize direct market data feeds rather than the SIP to minimize the latency pricing delta. In the next logical section, we will translate these theoretical pegging dynamics directly into high-performance C++ matching engine code. We now advance beyond pricing derivation to analyze the precise quantitative mechanics of queue priority within dark pools. In a public limit order book, execution strictly follows price-time priority, ensuring deterministic and fair queue positioning. However, the structural opacity of a dark venue necessitates fundamentally different matching algorithms to incentivize liquidity provision. When multiple algorithmic orders converge at the exact same midpoint price, the crossing engine must decide how to allocate the incoming block. The most prominent allocation algorithm utilized by dark MTFs and broker-dealer internalizers is the pro-rata matching model. Pro-rata distribution completely eliminates pure time priority, instead allocating executions proportionally based on resting order size. Mathematically, the allocated volume for order I is the total incoming size multiplied by the ratio of order I's size to the total resting liquidity. This deterministic formula fundamentally rewards institutional participants who expose massive block sizes to the dark engine. If an asset manager rests 100,000 shares, and a quantitative fund rests 10,000 shares, a pro-rata engine will aggressively route 10 times the fill volume to the asset manager, regardless of who arrived first. This structural dynamic prevents high-frequency trading algorithms from spamming one-lot ping orders to gain queue priority. However, pure pro-rata logic introduces a secondary vulnerability, order oversizing, where participants artificially inflate their requested quantity. To counter this, advanced alternative trading systems deploy a hybrid size-time priority matching architecture. In a size-time matrix, the crossing engine first categorizes resting liquidity into distinct size tiers or volumetric buckets. Within the highest volumetric tier, the matching engine enforces strict time priority, rewarding the earliest massive block. Once the top tier is exhausted, the engine sequentially cascades liquidity down to the smaller odd-lot tiers. This hybrid architecture protects genuine institutional blocks while severely penalizing toxic, low-latency fractional orders. Let us visually deconstruct this queue allocation using a simulated logic flow. The dark engine iterates through a specialized double-linked list, calculating the proportional coefficient for each node. Any fractional shares generated by the continuous pro-rata math are systematically rounded down and redistributed using a remainder cascade function. This exact sub-millisecond mathematical precision ensures that the dark pool never overallocates the incoming institutional sweep. Understanding these priority matrices is absolutely critical for optimizing quantitative smart order routing algorithms. A routing algorithm must continuously model the underlying allocation logic of each venue to accurately predict its fill probability. We now examine the macrostructural topology of dark liquidity, specifically the architectural dichotomy between broker-dealer internalizers and independent consortiums. The operational model of a dark venue fundamentally dictates its underlying execution incentives and the structural toxicity of its liquidity. Broker-dealer dark pools, operated by bulge bracket investment banks, execute incoming client order flow against the firm's own proprietary principal desks. This creates a massive structural conflict of interest, as the bank simultaneously acts as the venue operator, the routing agent, and the principal market maker. To quantify this dynamic, we must analyze the quantitative concept of internalization and order flow segmentation. Retail and uninformed institutional flow is highly coveted because it demonstrates near-zero short-term alpha decay. The broker-dealer's algorithmic market-making desk systematically intercepts this benign flow within the dark pool, capturing the bid-ask spread virtually risk-free. Conversely, toxic, highly informed flow is identified by the routing logic and aggressively rejected or passed through to public lit exchanges. Mathematically, the profitability of a broker-dealer internalizer is maximized by optimizing the adverse selection ratio of its matched book. If the toxicity coefficient exceeds a strictly parameterized threshold, the internal pricing engine halts liquidity provision, effectively stranding the client order. In stark contrast, independent dark pools, often structured as agency-only crossing networks, possess absolutely no proprietary trading desks. Their revenue model is purely deterministic, driven entirely by execution commissions on matched volume rather than principal trading profits. Because they do not trade against their own clients, independent venues theoretically eliminate the structural conflict of interest inherent in internalizers. However, this absolute neutrality introduces a fundamentally different vector of microstructure vulnerability. Independent facilities must actively court external liquidity providers to maintain critical mass and ensure a viable matching probability. This external dependency forces them to onboard high-frequency quantitative market makers, who demand ultra-low latency infrastructure. Consequently, agency-only dark pools are frequently populated by predatory algorithms deploying highly aggressive statistical arbitrage strategies. These high-frequency participants utilize the independent venue to systematically probe for large institutional footprints via continuous odd-lot pinging. The execution slippage equation therefore requires a dynamic toxicity premium variable, uniquely calibrated to the structural classification of the target venue. For a broker-dealer internalizer, the toxicity risk is primarily endogenous, driven exclusively by the bank's own principal algorithms. For an independent crossing network, the toxicity is entirely exogenous, injected dynamically by external high-frequency mercenaries. Quantitative smart order routers must mathematically discount the theoretical fill probability of each venue using a real-time toxicity hazard function. In the subsequent segment, we will formulate the precise continuous time stochastic equations used to construct these dynamic router allocation weights. We conclude this module by examining the macroeconomic and systemic consequences of unregulated zero pre-trade transparency. While dark pools provide indisputable execution advantages for individual institutional blocks, they introduce severe negative externalities to global price discovery. The public limit order book relies on continuous, displayed liquidity to calculate an accurate and efficient clearing price. When massive volumes of order flow systematically bypass the lit exchanges, the visible market becomes structurally hollow. This phenomenon is mathematically defined as liquidity fragmentation, leading to artificially widened bid-ask spreads on public venues. As quantitative models route more flow into the dark, the remaining lit liquidity becomes highly concentrated and significantly more toxic. Market makers compensating for this concentrated toxicity must widen their quoting parameters, effectively taxing retail and uninformed participants. Academic microstructure literature models this degradation using the Grossman-Stiglitz paradox of information efficiency. If no participants are compensated for broadcasting their trading intent, the incentive to display public liquidity completely collapses. Furthermore, the derivative pricing architecture of dark pools creates a fragile dependency loop. Because dark venues synthetically peg their executions to the NBBO, they are entirely reliant on the structural integrity of the lit market. If the lit order book becomes too thin, a single aggressive high-frequency sweep can artificially manipulate the midpoint price. Predatory algorithms exploit this by executing a low-volume sweep on the lit exchange to deliberately skew the NBBO. Simultaneously, they fire massive ping orders into the dark pool, capturing the displaced midpoint before the institutional peg can adjust. This cross-venue manipulation perfectly illustrates the systemic cost of fragmented, opaque liquidity networks. Regulators continually struggle to calculate the optimal dark trading threshold, attempting to balance block protection against price efficiency. Empirical models suggest that when dark volume exceeds roughly 10 to 12% of total market share, systemic price discovery degrades. Consequently, quantitative trading desks must implement dynamic routing logic that monitors macro fragmentation ratios in real time. An optimal execution algorithm cannot simply default to dark venues, it must continuously solve a multivariable optimization matrix. It must balance immediate slippage reduction against the probabilistic risk of interacting with latency arbitrage and toxic flow. Ultimately, the dark pool ecosystem is not a void, it is a hyper-competitive, structurally complex battleground. Only algorithms armed with rigorous mathematical models and ultra-low latency infrastructure can survive this invisible domain. This concludes our comprehensive analysis of non-displayed liquidity and dark matching architectures.